Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Cafe channel. My name is Lucy, and it's wonderful to have you here with me today. Just this morning, I was looking at some old photos, and I found a picture from a trip I took a few years ago to a small, quiet village by the sea. I remember the sound of the waves, the taste of the fresh, salty air, and the feeling of complete peace. It's amazing how a simple photograph can bring back so many memories. It made me think about how important it is to be able to share these special moments with other people. So, whether you're a longtime subscriber or a new listener, I'm so happy you've decided to join me for a cup of virtual coffee and some English practice.
Today, we have a very exciting and fun topic. We are going to talk about vacations, or as my British friends would say, holidays. Taking a break, traveling to a new place, and creating wonderful memories is something many of us love to do. But how do you talk about it in English? How do you share your amazing experiences with friends, family, or colleagues?
Well, by the end of this episode, you will have the words and phrases you need to tell a great story about your last trip. We will focus on using the past tense, and we will learn vocabulary to describe places, activities, food, and your feelings. Are you ready? Let's begin. First things first. When we talk about a vacation that has already happened, we need to use the past tense. Let's look at some essential verbs you will use all the time. I will say the verb in the present and then in the past. Let's review some key verbs in the past tense. Go becomes went, as in I went to Italy. Travel becomes traveled. Stay becomes stayed. Visit is visited. See is saw. Eat is ate. And try is tried. For feelings, enjoy becomes enjoyed, and loved becomes loved. Now, let's move on to describing the place you visited. Was it a city, a beach, the mountains? Just saying it was nice is okay, but we can do better. Let's learn some more powerful adjectives. If a place was very, very beautiful, you could use words like stunning. This means extremely beautiful. The view from the mountain was stunning. Breathtaking, so beautiful it takes your breath away. We saw a breathtaking sunset. Picturesque, this word is perfect for places that look like a perfect picture, like a charming little village. We stayed in a picturesque town by the sea. And scenic, this describes a place with beautiful natural scenery. We took a scenic drive along the coast. Now, let's talk about the atmosphere, the feeling of a place. If a place was full of energy and people, you can say it was lively or vibrant. The city center was so vibrant at night. But maybe you went somewhere quiet and calm. You could say it was peaceful or tranquil. The countryside was so peaceful. If your vacation was all about not doing much, you can describe the place as relaxing. The resort was very relaxing. And for a big city with lots of people and activity, you can use the word bustling. New York is a bustling city. So you've told someone where you went, and you've described the place. What's next? The activities. What did you do on your vacation? Let's learn some useful phrases. A very common activity is sightseeing. You can say, we went sightseeing. This means you visited the famous places and landmarks. Another great phrase is, we explored the city. This sounds a bit more adventurous, like you walked around and discovered new things. What if you spent your days on the sand? You can say, we relaxed on the beach, or we soaked up the sun. That's a nice idiom, soaked up the sun. It means you enjoyed the sunshine.
If you learned about the history or culture, you might say, "We went on a guided tour." This means a person, a guide, showed you around and gave you information. And for food lovers, a very important phrase, "We tried the local cuisine." Cuisine is a word for a style of cooking, so local cuisine means the traditional food from that area. Now, how do you describe these experiences? You can use adjectives like amazing, incredible, or fantastic. These are all strong words for very good. A very special experience can be described as unforgettable. It means you will never forget it. Watching the sunrise from the mountaintop was an unforgettable experience. You can also use simple words like fun or interesting. The museum was very interesting. We've already mentioned food with the phrase tried the local cuisine, but food is such an important part of travel, let's learn a few more words to describe it. The most common word is delicious. The pizza in Naples was delicious. If something looks and smells amazing, you can say it was mouth-watering. The display of cakes in the bakery was mouth-watering. You can also talk about the quality. For example, fresh. We ate fresh seafood every day. A simple but effective word is tasty. The street food was really tasty. And if you tried something new and very different, you can call it exotic. I tried some exotic fruit I had never seen before. Finally, let's talk about your feelings. How did the vacation make you feel? This is a great way to connect with the person you are talking to. You could say, "I felt so relaxed," or "It was so refreshing." This means it gave you new energy. Perhaps you could say, "It was a much-needed break." This means you were tired and really needed the holiday. To express strong, positive feelings, you can say, "I was amazed by the architecture," or "I was fascinated by the history." Okay, now for the most important part. Let's put everything together. I am going to show you 2 short example conversations. I will play both parts. Listen carefully to how the words we learned are used. Conversation 1. Imagine 2 colleagues, Alex and Ben, are talking on Monday morning. "Hi, Ben. How was your weekend?" "It was great, Alex. I just got back from my vacation." "Oh, really? Where did you go?" "I went to Spain. I stayed in a small, picturesque village on the coast." "That sounds lovely. What did you do?" "Mostly, I just relaxed on the beach and soaked up the sun. The weather was stunning. It was a much-needed break." "I can imagine. Did you try the local cuisine?" "Of course. I ate so much fresh seafood. It was delicious." See how Ben used went, stayed, picturesque, relaxed, soaked up the sun, stunning, much-needed break, fresh, and delicious? It creates a wonderful picture of his trip. Now for conversation 2. This one is a bit more detailed. Let's listen to 2 friends, Maria and Chloe. "Chloe, I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been?" "I've been great, Maria. I just came back from a trip to Japan." "Wow, Japan? That must have been amazing." "It was an unforgettable experience. I visited Tokyo and Kyoto." "What was Tokyo like?" "It was a bustling city, so vibrant and lively. We explored the different neighborhoods and saw some incredible temples. The food was mouth-watering. I tried sushi that was so fresh." "And Kyoto?" "Kyoto was more tranquil. We went sightseeing and visited some breathtaking gardens. It was so peaceful. I absolutely loved it." "It sounds like you had a fantastic time." "I really did. I felt so refreshed when I came back." In that conversation, Chloe used words like unforgettable, visited, bustling, vibrant, lively, explored, saw, incredible, mouth-watering, fresh, tranquil, went sightseeing, breathtaking, and peaceful. She really painted a picture of her vacation for Maria. This is your goal, to use this vocabulary to share your feelings and experiences. So think about your last vacation. Where did you go? What did you do? How did it feel? Try to write a few sentences using the words from today's lesson. And that brings us to the end of our lesson today on the English Cafe channel. We have learned so many useful words and phrases for talking about vacations. We started with essential past tense verbs, then learned adjectives to describe places, phrases for activities, and words for food and feelings. Remember, practice is key. The more you use these words, the more natural they will become. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you found this episode helpful. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the English Cafe channel for more lessons to help you on your English learning journey. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and have a wonderful week.